Hi, YouTube. I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing okay. Sorry about that audio yesterday on that. When I moved it, it even got worse. I know it wasn't the best day. I mean, it was a good day, but it wasn't the best day for as far as recording anything. So if I get cut off, I love y'all. I don't know if I'm going to be back. It just depends because we're putting in a dishwasher that had some special um, situations with the hoses that was a little unusual. So I think we've got that remedied for later, but we've got some heavy lifting and some things to do with two machines, one out and one in. So yeah, but it'll be good. I'm sure it'll work out. So cheers, everybody. Yep, I'm not going to get off the fact that medical professionals are catering to criminals by the language that is used. And I don't care who wrote the textbooks. I mean, obviously, they're changing the textbooks when it comes to wanting to do transgender surgery on children. Yeah. So, I mean, gender identity, that might have been a very special thing as far as somebody feeling that way or speaking of that rarely. And if it's even real in their minds, I'm not even sure about that. But we all know actually that, well, to me, the way I feel, I think they're liars. I can't prove it. But people have been known to lie. And since I am not a liar, I have a tendency to think that when I hear something that biologically isn't true, well, the untruth of it is that it's not scientifically sound and provable. Uh, I go with the true science, the facts of all situations. So, and I think children getting chopped up and the adults that are letting them do that and making money off of doing they're criminal and they should be put in a gas chamber. You're going to hurt children. That's, or euthanized like a rabid dog. So that's what I think about mutilating children. um I was talking to Doug about that this morning as far as the medical um psychiatrical community not wanting to stop saying that criminals and demonic people are mentally ill and not just criminal or demonic. That they're not going to stop saying that because there's money to be made with that. It's true. There's lives to be lost with that too by the ignorance of it all. So, and this is very true. So I wonder how many psychiatrists are going to stand up and say, you know what, it is different than most people, that they would have like a murderous rage inside of them or a tendency to bully or lie or steal or whatever the case may be with the dark displays of their nature, that maybe it isn't actually a mental illness at all. I wonder how many men and women out there are brave enough. to look at it from that viewpoint, you know? So now you want to talk spiritually. Well, I'm very sure that there's many ministers and pastors and priests and different people like of that ilk that would go into like the prison system thinking that they can rehabilitate these people with love and guidance and common sense, and people can learn anything. It's just like the narcissist who's learned to function in society when they want to, you know, or like inmates. You learn what you can and cannot do, what you can and can't get away with, even when you're incarcerated. And if you don't do what the norm is for that society, there's repercussions for that, you know. That's where free will comes in. But there are consequences to people's actions. Do what the hell you want. I don't care. I don't. Well, I might care about you individually, but on a whole, as a whole, I don't care what you do. Head like a hole, black as your soul. I'd rather die than give you control. Yeah. I'm not into bullies. I don't do them well. There's no grace when it comes to somebody trying to push me around and thinking they're going to get away with it, or push people around that I love and thinking that I'm not going to do or say something about it. Well, I will. And I'm not going to stop, you know? And if I can keep helping after God takes me home, and there's some way that or maybe I would do enough damage to the dark cabal before I leave this planet that I actually did help, you know. So some of you may not know, but I got a hold of the Grand Lodge of Masons in 1995 online and told them that I was going to come out there and visit them if they didn't start putting out the truth for people. It's a fact. And if I look at your face and I look on you and I'm talking to you and you're flipping lying to me, yeah, well, like I told them, I better start seeing it. A little bit I have, but these people are playing games and trying to make money by doling out little bits of truths here and there mixed with a bunch of lies, which is still the author of confusion. It's nothing that the Knights Templar actually entrusted with the Holy Grail bloodline and keeping track of everybody and their births on the planet, and the technologies and different things that were held for the people, not to be kept from them. And these things are still being kept from the people. How much money could you save if you didn't have to pay for heat or air conditioning or, you know, lights? You know, you'd probably save a lot of money in your life. Just our town could be run on one of them Tesla units about the size of a washing machine, you know, and we've got about 10,000 people now, maybe a little more, you know, just in our little tiny city, you know. But these technologies are being developed. It's just like a man named Gerald Moran that developed technology similar to that. And he has what is called like perpetual coil once the spark is ignited in these three units, and the whole unit keeps going perpetually, um, creating energy, free energy. And he had, I think, was the FBI raided his home. He spent 20 years in prison. I think he's originally from Romania, but they took all his, well, his electronics and all his things that he was working on, like about 20, 30 grand worth of equipment, just came in and stole it from him. And he tried to get a patent on the thing. And now I don't know where it's going right now. I haven't really talked to him for quite some time, but he was pretty much put at a standstill because he created a unit that would give people free energy. Same with there's I read about a guy in Africa. It's a little guy, looked to be about 30 years old or so, created something for his people in his village, and they have free energy, you know. And that thing was about the big as a suitcase. And everybody in the village would come and charge like their cell phones and everything, and like once a day. That's what they do. So yeah, I'm a little well, more than a little. I'm very disgusted with the people that were entrusted to take care of and guide the people and share information and knowledge freely. And all information, no matter what it is, no matter what book it is, or I don't care. I do not care. All information on this planet written by one of our fellow human beings, we should have access to it. Unless it's somebody's personal diary, that might be another story, you know. But you know, probably best to be buried with the person, you know. When will they ever learn? Yeah, good question, right? On the 7th of May, the planet Venus is going to be in the zodiac sign of Cancer, and Venus is for like love and luck. And so, if you have any projects you want to do, or um, it's the alignment of the planets with your zodiac sign or your house